welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Brooke and I'm a stay-at-home mama to two little girls. I have a 5-year-old named Brielle and a 4-month-old named Tatum. Although she's not gonna be 4 months old for very long, she's almost 5 months old, which is just so crazy. On my channel, you will find videos like this, videos to do with motherhood, day in the life of a stay-at-home mom, clean with me, stuff like that. So I would love to have you join my journey. So don't forget to subscribe below and comment if you're new here. So for today's video, I am doing my newborn essentials. So I will be going over everything I used for baby Tatum from the day I brought her home to about 4 months old. These are the things that I lived off of, that I loved, that I hated, that I regretted. I will go over everything with you guys. I have a list of like 15, 14 different things that I didn't like, I liked, I love, what I used all the time, and what helped me get through those tough couple months of being a mom. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video and let's get into it. So first things first, the number one thing that I will tell moms about that saved me, that I absolutely 100% feel is worth the investment, is the LV pumps. You guys, I cannot say it enough. These were game changing. I actually had a traditional pump where you plugged it into the wall, you sat there and you pumped. Mind you, I was strictly pumping, so I was not breastfeeding. I was strictly pumping, so I was pumping a lot. I had to be connected to the wall with a cord sitting there. Honestly, I don't know how I did that for as long as I did. I think I didn't get the LV pumps until about a month and a half, maybe 2 months. Once I got these, I was no longer connected to the wall. You charge them and they lasted me about a day. So I would just charge them every night, wake up with them fully charged. This, I'm not gonna go into it too much. I'm sure there's reviews on YouTube for it, but it's so easy. You take this out, you clean it, pop this off, and you just have the milk in here. So easy, you guys. So I cannot say it enough. These were game changing. If you can afford them, definitely get them. Maybe they're covered through your insurance. They weren't for me, but I did get a 20% off coupon through Bye Bye Baby, which saved me, I think, $80. And then I did have a $20 gift card. So right there, I got 100 bucks off of these, and they are so worth it. So LV pumps, I don't know much about the Willow. I know there was a Willow pump that was very similar. I just went with LV. I did a little bit of research online and people said the LV was a little bit better, so I went with those, and I cannot say enough good things about these for new moms who don't want to be connected to the wall. Okay, so the second thing on my list is nursing pads. These were crucial for me, you guys, especially in the beginning when you're over, engorged, you're just producing, just especially in the beginning when your body isn't so used to nursing and they can't really regulate, you just kind of like overproduce and you just leak, and it's really crucial in the beginning for me especially. But these are the nursing pads. These are the, I don't even know how to say that, Lancino nursing pads. I did get the Up and Up brand from Target. I believe it was Up and Up. It was from Target. Those are great too. Not super picky on the brand, just really any of them. They all do the same thing. So nursing pads, breast pads, anything like that is so crucial. I remember I went out to Target one day and I was just, looking around. I don't feel anything. And I look down and my shirt is just soaking wet. So definitely, if you're a new mom and you are nursing, you're pumping, definitely breast pads are on the list. Okay, and number 3 on my list is a pumping bra or nursing bra. These actually ended up being my absolute favorite. I did have, and I spent money on, it's the same brand. It's the Lancino hands-free pumping bra. I wish I had it. I actually got rid of it. I hated it so much, you guys. That was a regret that I had. These pumping bras were from Amazon. If you look back at my hospital bag video, I went over them there. These are amazing. They're so amazing. And it comes in a 3-pack. It's a lot more reasonable than the other hands-free pumping bra. I wish I had a picture. I'll try to upload a picture right here for you guys of the one that I hated. It's super popular. Maybe a lot of moms liked it. It just didn't work for me. It's the one that goes around here. It zips up and I just didn't like it. It did not work for me. The zipper was so tight, because you would put it right here like a little like bandeau and you would zip it up. I can't remember which way I did it, but you would always unzip. It was a nightmare. It was like $30 or $40 too. I did not like it. It just didn't work for me. These ones were so nice because they weren't super tight, like the Lancino, however you say it. It was so tight. It was just uncomfortable. It did not work. I didn't like it. So definitely, I recommend these. All of this stuff I will link down below for you guys if you're interested. Most of it is on Amazon. These specifically were on Amazon and they are absolutely wonderful. You literally just unhook it here and you can use these for nursing or pumping. These were game changing, and actually I still wear them. I'm not pumping anymore. I'm not doing that anymore. But I actually still wear these because they're so comfortable. They're so universal. You can really use them, you know, whenever. So the next thing on my list is a bottle warmer. This is something that was absolutely necessary. With my first, I did bottle feed her and I never had a bottle warmer. I don't know why, because it was so hard. I don't know why. I never got a bottle warmer with my first. I would put the bottle under hot water and just go like this. Like it's like 3 in the morning and I'm so tired and I'm literally swishing the bottle like this while I'm falling asleep underwater. It was so hard. So this time around, I did get a bottle warmer. It was so game changing. You literally just stick the bottle in there. It warms it up in about 2-3 minutes, really depending on how much milk you have in there, and it is ready to go. Just make sure you don't leave it in there too long because I have had issues with it getting too hot. If I like forget it in there, I get busy. So just really check the temperature on those, but definitely game changing. It warms it up super quick. Okay, and the next thing on my list is GerberSoothe. This was game changing as well. I feel like I've been saying that a lot, but all of this stuff that I'm telling you guys was really stuff that I like never thought I would use, but absolutely saved me. So baby Tatum was colic. She was colic. I never thought I would have a colic baby. She did not tolerate dairy. So I was eating dairy, I was eating cheese, milk, all that stuff, and it did not settle in her stomach. So colic is hard. My heart goes out to every single mom that has colic. I have goosebumps, honestly, and I really want to start crying. Colic is very hard. Colic is very challenging. You will get through it though. It will get better. If you have it, literally, I'm like gonna cry right now. Colic was like the most challenging thing that I ever had to deal with, but you will get through it if you know of a colic baby, if you had a colic baby, if you have currently a colic baby. It will get better. It really does. It gets better. And there are things that you can do and use that will help, you know, the situation and help the baby feel more comfortable. So baby Tatum specifically was colic, but her colic was because I was eating dairy and didn't know that she had a dairy intolerance. She could not tolerate dairy. Poor little thing. I could hear crackling in her stomach. Like, I'm like, this is not normal. I don't think I should be like feeling my baby's stomach and hearing like crackling noises and popping, and it was bad. It was just all sorts of bad. She would cry from 3 or 4 p.m. at night till about 8 or 9 o'clock every single day. I knew it was coming every night. It's exhausting, but I'm so glad we did figure it out. It was the dairy that was hurting her stomach, poor little thing. I mean, once I figured it out, I was like, oh, that's just so sad that, you know, you just don't know. It's so hard because babies, you know, can't tell you what's going on. So anyway, I did cut out dairy, and so this is what I gave to her. I put a couple drops in her mouth, and it is just a probiotic. It is the Gerber Good Start Gentle Everyday Probiotic and Vitamin D Drop. I specifically had to get vitamin D drops because I cut out dairy. Like I said, she could not tolerate dairy, so she was lacking that vitamin D. So they do have the regular probiotic without vitamin D, but the pediatrician suggested that I get her vitamin D because she didn't have vitamin D from my breast milk. So definitely recommend these. These helped a lot. These helped with her colic. These helped because they're probiotics. They're good for their little tummies and it makes them feel better. So these, I loved these. I did try Mylacan. I did not have any success with Mylacan. It didn't really do a whole lot. You can definitely try Mylacan if your baby is gassy, but if you do have colic babies, like Tatum, then definitely GerberSoothe. These little probiotic drops were game-changing, definitely helped her stomach. Okay, and the next thing on my list is actually something that I did not use with my first daughter, but I used it so much with Tatum, is these swaddles. You definitely need swaddles, especially if you do have colic babies like I did. The swaddle just helps them feel comfortable and cozy, and it just seemed to help her a lot, honestly. So these are from Amazon. These are the Swaddle Me, I don't know if it's gonna show up on camera, Swaddle Me swaddles. I think it comes in a 3-pack on Amazon. 2 or 3-pack, I can't remember, but these were amazing. I loved them. They were pretty reasonable. I can't remember the price exactly, but like I said, I will link everything down below for you guys. These were amazing. They just keep their hands like tight and compact and just super cozy, and it just like kind of just makes them calm and it helps them sleep better. So these were absolutely necessary. We used these every single night, and I had a 3-pack. I probably should have gotten more, but they can't use these swaddles for long. Once they start rolling, as far as I know, you're not supposed to have them in swaddles that keep their hands out. So we never used these past, I think, 3 months. We actually ended up doing a transitional swaddle, which I'm not gonna get into it too much. I don't wanna get, you know, in depth with like all these different things, but we did a transitional swaddle where her hands were up like this, but she still could roll over with her hands. And then we did have this swaddle too. This is what we've been using recently. So she is 4 months now, and this one is amazing. It helps her sleep so good now. But definitely when they're newborns, do the swaddle with their hands in. Then maybe you can do the transitional swaddle where their hands are out but above their head. And then this one, this what we've been using recently is this baby Merlins? I don't even know. I can't read that. The writing on there is so weird. It's a magic sleep suit. It's from Target. It is expensive, but this one is amazing when they get older. But definitely swaddles that keep their arms in. I will link that down below. And then this one when they get a little bit older. I love to have different swaddles. You just don't know what your baby's gonna want. You don't know which swaddles they're gonna like. Every baby is so different, but those are the swaddles that worked for us when she was a newborn, is the ones that tucked her little hands in and she felt super safe. Okay, and the next thing on my list is different size baby clothes. So this is something that I actually didn't think about with my first daughter. I feel like I always compare it to my first daughter because honestly, all babies are so different. So my firstborn was very tiny. She was very small. She fit into newborn clothing for a while. And Tatum, she came out at a whopping 9 pounds. So all the newborn clothes that I got, she outgrew probably in a couple weeks. So definitely get baby clothes that are different sizes. You know, if you have an idea of how big your baby's gonna be, I knew she was gonna be big, so I did get different sizes of clothes. I got newborn 0 to 3, and then I didn't really get a whole lot of 3 to 6. It was just those newborn 0 to 3 sizes that I got a lot of, and I'm so glad I did because she outgrew the newborn clothes very fast because she was a ham. She's a big baby. So definitely I will suggest getting different size baby clothes just in case you have a big baby, a small baby. You know, you could get preemie clothes, but having a couple different things in different sizes I think is super important. Okay, and the next thing on my list is bodysuits. Just basic baby onesies, bodysuits, whatever you call them. Those were something that she literally lived in the first couple months. They are easy, they are comfortable, and she actually would sleep in them. So with her swaddle, we would put her in a bodysuit, onesie, whatever you call them. We would put her in those, and then we would put her in the swaddle. And we actually live in a very hot place. We live in Arizona, so I didn't want to put a sleeper, big, warm, you know, jammies underneath this. It just was too hot. So we did put her in a lot of onesies. Those were something that we used. I've never been one to like dress up a baby in like a dress when they're like a newborn. I think it's more fun to dress them later on when they get, you know, kind of sitting up, walking. It's more fun for me to dress up babies, you know, in like really fancy, cute dresses. When they're older, when they're little, I use a lot of bodysuits and just, you know, the little basic onesies. Okay, and the next thing on my list is, as you can see behind me, baby seats. This one is the Baby Bjorn seat. It is a whopping $200. This one is the Fisher Price seat. It is about 30, 40 bucks. I can't remember exactly, but it is a lot more reasonable. Both seats are honestly great. I did get this one first. I absolutely loved it. And my daughter started showing signs of colic and I was like, oh my gosh, I will try anything. Maybe she doesn't like the seat. Maybe she doesn't like, you know, the swaddle, the bottle. Like I tried everything when she was uncomfortable. I just wanted to make her comfortable. So this is the first seat that I did have. I absolutely loved it. But like I said, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe she doesn't like it. So I ended up spending $200 on the Baby Bjorn one. I can honestly tell you guys, none of them made her happy. Honestly, I would say, honestly, it is completely up to you, your personal preference, which baby seat you would get. I think this one is just fine. It wasn't the seat that was making her unhappy. It was really just her colic. She was uncomfortable because she did the exact same thing in this seat. So I really just wanted to kind of like briefly go over that price doesn't matter. This one was $200. It worked honestly just as well as this one. So it is your personal preference, whatever you liked better. I did honestly like both, but they are just so, you know, completely different ends of the spectrum as far as prices go. So really, I don't have any regrets necessarily. I don't regret the more expensive one because I do like it, but I think the, you know, more reasonably priced baby seat is just exactly the same. And this one comes with a toy bar. When they get older, they like to look at the toys. This one didn't. I think you had to pay extra for a toy bar. This one, I actually can't find it. I gotta go look for it in her nursery. I don't know where the toy bar is, but you know, they're both honestly equally as good. And really, I just wanted to show you guys that because honestly, sometimes I tend to think the more expensive thing is always going to be better. That is not always the case. Obviously, you know, the $30, $40 one was equally just as good, in my opinion, as the $200 one. So price does not mean it is better. It does not mean it's gonna help your baby more. It just really is personal preference and whatever you can afford. Both are equally as good. Okay, and the next item on my list, this is something that I loved, that I literally, Tatum used this every single day, every single night, is the dockatot. Now, she doesn't use it anymore. I'm laughing because I don't know if you can see in the video, there's cat hair on it because this somehow became our new kitten's bed. He decided one day, he's like, oh, that looks comfortable. I'm gonna lay on that. So I'm laughing because there's cat hair in it. So I don't know if you can see that in the video, but this was a lifesaver. I loved the dockatot. There was a whole lot of mixed reviews with the dockatot. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Me personally, I absolutely loved it. And let me tell you why. It is so nice if you don't have a seat, because actually, like I just went over the two seats, I didn't have either of those in the very beginning. It was nice to put her down, you know, if you did not have a seat, to just lay her down in this on the couch. You know, you should be a little careful, but they don't roll. You know, you can just set her down, him or her down in it, and they will just be super cozy. And also, we did co-sleep with Tatum. So we put this in the middle of our bed and she slept in between us. This was honestly something that really helped us too. She did not do that in the beginning, but once she started to develop the colic symptoms, we ended up putting her in this to sleep and put her in the middle of the bed. Now, I am not telling you guys to do that. I'm not suggesting that. This is what worked best for us. You know, I know that if there's a big warning on dockatot that says this is not meant to be, oh, I can actually show you. Yeah, so I don't see it on the back here, but from what I heard, it's not meant to be, you know, where the baby sleeps overnight in something. I mean, we put this in the middle of the bed and that's where she slept all night. It's what worked for us. We literally wanted to try everything when she had colic. I mean, when you're tired parents, you will literally try anything. This is what worked for us, is putting her in the dockatot and she slept there in our bed in the middle, and this was a lifesaver. She felt super cozy. We swaddled her arms, put her in here, and we just put her in the middle of us, and it just worked out really well. So 100% I recommend the dockatot. I loved it. We used this so much. As you can tell, like it's gotten a lot of use out of it, and honestly, I'll probably save it for the next, it's probably gonna be a boy. I want my next to be a boy. So we will have to change the cover fingers crossed I get a boy. I have 2 girls now. I want a boy so bad, but I have this very odd feeling that my 3rd is gonna be a girl and I'm just meant to be a girl mom. But fingers crossed I get a boy, but I will save this for the next baby because it is so universal. Put it on the couch, you know, you could put it on the floor if you wanted, like on the carpet where it's cushioned. It does have a thicker part right here, and you can unzip it and wash it. Where, if I can find the zipper, there we go. Zipper's right here, you can unzip it, wash it, and I can't tell you how many times she's had a blowout, you know, leaked pee on it. So it's super nice that you can wash this. So definitely recommend the dockatot. And also you can travel with it. I brought it to my parents' house, my in-laws' house. You know, you can just set them, you know, in it, and it's just kind of like keeps them cozy. So definitely recommend dockatot, loved it. Okay, and the next thing on my list is a pacifier holder. Now, not only do you need a pacifier if that's your choice, I definitely relied on a pacifier. It is what saved me. You know, like I said, Tatum was colic, so she needed something that like really soothed her. So these are the Ma'am pacifiers. She loved these. It's funny because when you go to the hospital, they will give you the green ones. I forget what they're called. I mean, they're very well known and something you see a lot. They'll give you those in the hospital, the green ones that are just very basic. Tatum, she hated them. She would not take them. And so I actually, before I had her, I went to Bye Bye Baby and I bought probably 5 different pacifiers just to see, you know, which one she would like. This one she took immediately. It is the Ma'am pacifiers. I don't really know if there's anything else to it. There's Ma'am, and they have this little bulb on the end that kind of, I think it's better for their teeth too. So it's not just like the round, you know, oval one. This one is like the orthodontic one. So if you're worried about that, she does love these Ma'am pacifiers. And then also a pacifier holder. This is the Mushy pacifier holder. I love this. I got this on Amazon. It's so cute. It's funny because I never really thought about a pacifier holder. It's not something I thought about, but this one you just clip onto their shirt, and when they drop the pacifier, it doesn't go on the floor. It's actually awesome. So definitely a pacifier holder. If you are using a pacifier, this will prevent them from dropping the Mickey on the floor and it not getting dirty. Because Tatum will be, I'll be walking around with her and she will just be sucking on her pacifier, and then all of a sudden she'll just be done. She doesn't want to suck anymore, and it just plops out, and it would always fall on the floor, and I'd have to wash it or, you know, rinse it off at least. And so definitely a pacifier clip is something that is very cheap, reasonable, and something that is nice to have. Okay, and going back a little bit to when I said different sizes of clothing, definitely different sizes of diapers is something you should look into. It is what helped me. So I was trying to be prepared, and I bought probably, let's see, maybe 300 or 400 of the newborn diapers. Now, it's a great idea. I thought it was gonna be good, but I did not need them all because, like I said, she was a big baby. She actually went, even in the hospital, I remember this, the nurse was like, you know, I'm gonna give you #1 diapers because she's a big girl. Like, she is not gonna be in those newborn diapers for very long. So I ended up buying all these newborn diapers, and I really, I tried to use them as long as I could. I was like, we're gonna make you use these because diapers are expensive. So they'd be so tight on her, and I'm like, we're gonna get through these. So definitely do not get a whole bunch of one size. I think, you know, it's hard to tell, but definitely get different size diapers. Like maybe get a box of newborns, a box of ones, you know, just in case, rather than like what I did and get 3 or 4 boxes of newborns. It didn't work for me. So definitely different size diapers is something that I suggest to you. Okay, and the next one on my list is a swing. You will definitely need a baby swing. Now, I will say, kind of like the topic of the seats, price does not matter, because I can honestly say that I regret the 4Moms swing. I do, and it's sad. It hurts me to say it because it was $200, And Tatum did not like it. She did not like it. I wanted her to like it. I did. I really wanted her to like it. It was expensive. It was so nice. It has all these different options, you know, tree swing. It had car ride. It had all these, you know, fancy, it was like a robot. That thing was awesome. It was a fancy swing, and I really wanted her to like it, but she just didn't like it. She didn't like it, you guys. She did not want to be in that swing. She still doesn't want to be in a swing, and she's almost 5 months old, so she's not getting used to it. I eventually stopped trying and bought a very cheap, actually, I didn't buy it. I got it from my baby shower. It was from my sister-in-law. It was a very basic swing I got from her. I think it was maybe like 40, 50 bucks, and that one was totally fine. She liked it, you know. Honestly, Tatum didn't really like swings in general. It was very rare that she would sit in her swing. She just got super antsy. She'd rather sit in her seat, or she'd like to drive around in the car, honestly. So definitely, I regret the For Moms swing. I did not like it. She did not like it. You know, that's really all that matters. If she didn't like it, that's not what worked for me. I did like the other swing that, you know, that was a little more reasonable. It was just a basic swing that just went like this. Nothing else. It had me, you know, a little bit of music, but I didn't even use the music. It was just a basic swing that went like that. She loved that one. So again, like the seats, you know, $200 compared to $40. It really doesn't matter in price. You know, for baby, it's just really what they prefer. So I do not like the For Mom swing. It did not work for us. You know, basic, cheaper, other swings worked for us. So definitely I would suggest getting a baby swing. I think they're awesome, but for me personally, the For Moms one did not work. She loved the cheaper one. The next thing on my list is a baby carrier. Now, baby carriers, I have 2 of them, actually 3 of them. So the first one I had was a very basic one that I got on Amazon. It was just a giant long sheet of fabric, and I got it in the mail, and it kind of told me how to tie it, but I cannot tell you how many times I tried to tie it and I could not figure it out. So it was literally, I got it on Amazon. They show it all cute in the picture with a mom, and I'm like, oh, that's cute. It's a cute color. That looks easy. No, it wasn't easy. It was very hard to tie. I could not figure it out. I couldn't get it tight enough. It was too loose. I did not like that one. I regretted that. So if you're gonna get a baby carrier, I would suggest not getting the ones that are that long piece of fabric. They're just too hard for me to tie. If Tatum was screaming, wanting to be held, you know, I'd have to figure out and tie it. It wasn't working for me. So I definitely regret that baby carrier. And then next, since that one didn't work, I did get another one that I will put here. This one I loved, and this is the one that she actually preferred. It was super cheap. I actually got it on sale from TJ Maxx. I don't know how, I don't know why it was on sale, but I think I got it for like $14. I think I put it in my hospital, oh no, it wasn't in my hospital bag video. Newborn, what was it? It was baby girl haul. I put it in there. I ended up loving it. Tatum ended up loving it. It was super cheap, like I said, 14 bucks or so, and she absolutely loved it. And my husband uses it as well because it's black. It is, you know, universal. You can kind of, you know, make it bigger, make it smaller, tighten it, you know, we can use it. So I love that. She loved that carrier, and it was super easy to click on. Literally, you put it on like a, you know, like a, I don't even know, like you just put your arms through like this. I was gonna say like a jacket, but you don't put a jacket on like that. Anyway, it's super easy. You click it on, it's just like 2 little seatbelt clicks and you're good to go. So super easy, time saving compared to the long wrap. That long wrap did not work for me. And I actually did ended up getting a 3rd carrier because I really did want to try the cloth ones. Like I said, first one was a long piece of cloth, did not like that. 2nd carrier was the one that you buckled in, loved that one. And then the 3rd carrier that I had was the one that I will link a picture here. I did like this one. This one was a lot more expensive. It was, I think, maybe $50 from Bye Bye Baby. And it was nice. You put it on like this and you tie it around. So it was a lot easier to tie, to figure out. It was already kind of halfway pre-tied. Unlike the very first one. So that one was nice too, but hands down, the award goes to the 2nd one, which is the super cheap, just you click it in, you go, you walk, and my husband can use it too. It worked better for us. Okay, and the next thing on my list is a baby playmat. So this is the one that I have. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I probably have 4 different baby play mats. I have this one, I have another one that's just like this one, but a different pattern. I have 2 toy ones that have like the toy bars above them. I love all of them, honestly. These are great because you can set the baby down. They are super cushioned and squishy. Now, when she was a newborn, would I put her down on these? No, I think I waited till about maybe 2 months or so when she was kind of, you know, a little more bigger, didn't look as like fragile and breakable. You know, I could lay her down on this and she would love it, and it's squishy. So definitely get a baby play mat. I got this one, you guys, I love this pattern. I got this one from TJ Maxx, I think for 14 bucks. I will say it over and over. I love TJ Maxx for really everything. I was gonna say for baby stuff, but I really love TJ Maxx for everything. But definitely baby stuff. They have super cute stuff there for baby, and I got this there. I actually got both of my floral baby play mats from there. Yeah, they were like 14 bucks or so. But I suggest definitely getting a baby play mat so you can put them down and they can kind of, you know, look at the toys above you. I have the 2 other toy ones in the room, but I'm too lazy to go get them. The baby toy mats with the toys are great when they get to about 3 months or so. Definitely recommend having those. It's just another added thing that baby can do. You know, they're sitting down all day, you know, or you're holding them, but they're sitting down a lot, they're sleeping a lot. It's nice for them to kind of stretch and move around on the floor, you know, so definitely recommend those. And the very last thing on my list, I feel like this video has been forever. The last thing on my list is ready-made meals. Now, I spent a lot of money on DoorDash, a lot. I spent a lot of money on DoorDash. And because you're tired, you know, you're tired, you're exhausted. The last thing you want to do is cook. I didn't want to cook. When I'm not sleeping and I'm pumping and I was connected to the wall with my little pump and I was tired, and you don't want to cook. So definitely, I wish I had done the freezer meals when I was pregnant. I wish I did that. I suggest that to you moms if you are a new mom. If you are a 2nd, 3rd, 4th time mom, definitely have ready-made meals. I did end up going to Costco a couple weeks after when I found out. I was like, okay, this DoorDash thing is getting very, very expensive. I went to Costco, I got a bunch of their pre-made meals. They have like the really good street tacos that are easy. You just heat them up. If you do the freezer where you make up a bunch of food, put it in the freezer and save it, definitely have ready-made meals available, because DoorDash, Uber Eats, all of that gets so pricey and it just adds up really fast, honestly, which I found out the hard way. So definitely ready-made meals, things that are easy, things that are just, you know, throw in the oven, throw in the microwave, whatever. Just have those freezer meals and all of those meals that are just very easy. Okay, everyone, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope this helped you figure out what you're gonna use for your baby. I hope this gave you ideas. This is all the stuff that worked for me or didn't work for me. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below, and thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in my next video.